A police shootout erupts in California.
Let me see your hands right now.
October 23, 2017, Officer Daniel Bristow of the Lodi Police Department, which is near Sacramento, pulls over this white SUV. Officer Bristow allegedly saw the driver using his cell phone illegally. The dispatcher has the vehicle description and the officer's location. Okay, so here's a quick tactical tip. When the officer pulls the car over, he has to make sure that he's positioned properly behind the vehicle before he approaches. He's a little more than 10 feet behind the suspect vehicle, and he has to create a little alleyway so that if there's traffic coming from behind him, he won't get injured. Also, something that is crucial. As the officer looks inside the vehicle, he notices the driver throwing something in the back seat to a passenger sitting behind him. And now we're moments away from it turning into a wicked situation. Not only is he engaging the driver, but he's concerned about someone who is hiding in the back seat. Watch as the officer, when he's speaking with the driver, he keeps his hand on his weapon. Not sure what's going on with the driver and passenger, he calls for backup just in case. He needs that second officer because he's already noticed that there is something hinky going on in the back seat of this car. The job of that backup officer is to provide cover or protection for that first officer who arrived on the scene, and also to have a couple of eyes on the guy who's in the back seat, because the shootout is just moments away. When the cover officer arrives, he immediately strikes up a conversation with the backseat passenger, later identified as Matthew Paleta. Let's listen in.
Hey, put your hands on your lap, man.
The cover officer, later identified as Dominique Carrillo, keeps his hand near his weapon as he talks to the suspect.
What's going on, man? What? You're sick?
Believing Paleta is hiding something in his hand, the officer draws his weapon.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands right now.
Another tactical tip, both officers triangle the driver and suspect just in case they have to start shooting. They want to make sure they're not hit by each other's friendly fire. They'll learn Paleta has a gun.
Let me see your hands right now. Listen, there is a hey! Let me see your hands.
We need more units.
They ask for more officers to respond code 3 with lights and sirens.
Let me see your hands right now.
Watch what happens when the driver steps out and the passenger lunges from the back seat. That's when bullets start to fly.
Shot fired.
Now that Paleta is down, what about the driver? Does he have a weapon? He gives up.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands right now!
The county DA calls this shooting justified.
Stay on the ground right now. Start medics.
So what do you think? Justified? Not justified? Would you do anything differently? Let us know by leaving the comments below. And thanks for joining us for 11 Alive's Street Survival, Police Shootouts Caught on Camera.